Hello, my vivacious, vigilant Virgos. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your guided healing tarot for the month of July. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you so much for all of your likes and support on this channel, Virgo. Certainly, last but not least, here we are. Just a friendly reminder that the top 3 videos that get the most likes will get a twin flame bonus, as well as some promo codes for the extended. So let's hop into it, Virgo. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had fated to suffer. So it feels like you're kind of feeling like no matter what you do, you're always gonna be in some sort of state of suffering. It's kind of like the core belief of original sin, whether you adhere to that in a religious principle or not. It does feel like you actually believe that life, is to suffer in some sort of way. And then we had anger and chains. So I feel like this notion that you're like, oh, okay, because of whatever it is, just the way humanity is, the way that your life is, the way that, right? Any reason you feel like you are going to suffer, and this is making you angry and putting you in some sort of chains, right? And anger, chains us somewhere as well, right? It keeps us stagnant in some sort of way because it doesn't allow, flow there. So I feel like you're kind of being held captive by your own anger and suffering in some sort of way. We have the Queen of Cups. So it looks like when it comes to your divine feminine energy, you are really sitting pretty when it comes to emotional regulation. I feel like you've been working a lot on this, and it feels like you have gotten your emotions under control, really, because the Queen of Cups knows when to not show what is in her cup. So I feel like you are being very emotionally reserved right now, especially about the anger that you feel. And we have the Ace of Cups coming out in reverse. Again, it's like, not showing your cups, not, showing what is in them. But I also feel like this is saying no to love as well. You're rejecting any sort of emotional offering, because we had the 5 of Wands with the 6 of Cups come out. So this was telling me that you're rejecting some sort of love offering or emotional offering because of the chaos that it has brought in the past. Maybe you're thinking like, no, love is just, is gonna cause me to suffer. So no, like, I don't want to get into arguments. I don't want to, have to do this. So yeah, I really feel like, I just feel like you don't even want to, go through any emotional chaos. Therefore, you're not really expressing your emotions. And I feel like this particularly has to do with someone from the past with the 6 of Cups in reverse. There may be someone who is like an old-timey soulmate, basically, and you're like, you're saying no this time around. I'm also getting like that you're not really emotionally happy about what was passed to you, like ancestral trauma that was passed from your family to you. It feels like you're not happy about it, but there is also an unwillingness to sort of combat it. We also had the Moon coming out. So this is telling me that there's a lot of subconscious stuff that is going on beneath the surface. You can cover your cup up as much as you want, but the Moon always, can expose secrets and things like that. I feel like the Capricorn full moon that happened at the end of June was a pretty big one for you. I feel like you released a lot of energy, and to be honest, I was feeling like there was someone in your past that was just so full of chaos and full of a lot of water as well, like, stirred you up emotionally a lot. And, this time that they came around, you're like, no, I'm done. It may cause some sadness, but you're feeling that it's better than this chaos, basically. We had Sigilif come out using quick turn. So this is a third eye chakra. So I'm getting that your mind has taken quite a quick turn here. I feel like you were thinking different things, and I feel like around the Capricorn full moon it really clicked of how your mind changed. And then we had shield energy coming out in reverse, telling me that your energy doesn't seem to be very shielded at the moment. You might be having difficulty protecting your auric sphere. And then we had Sneasel using hone claws. So this is you know, a dark type. So I feel like because you are not shielded, some dark energy is kind of, you know, honing their claws into you, which might be, you know, the root of why you think you're fated to suffer or why you are angry here. Okay, Virgo, so that is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. I hope all is well with you. Happy Cancer season. Also, happy retrograde season, right? Retrograde season is kind of the second half of the year, most heavily July through October. And right now we currently have Jupiter and Neptune retrograding in Pisces. We have Saturn retrograding in Aquarius. We have Pluto retrograding in Capricorn. And soon, on the 15th of July, Chiron, the wound that does not heal, or the wounded healer, will be retrograding in Aries. So lots of stuff, you know, going to be coming up. You know, retrograde season is when a lot of karmic patterns sort of revisit. So you might be noticing a lot of similar things right now that happened around this time last year as well. So just, you know, take note of patterns that are repeating. But anyway, it is Cancer season. So what we are going to do this month for our guided healing is take a look at what you are feeling right now. How are you feeling? Then we're going to get to the emotional root of the situation. And then we are going to get, in the extended, we will see how to heal the emotional root, and then we will look at some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. So let's see, what is Virgo feeling right now? I heard, like, I just don't care, I just want to feel good sort of energy. Is this me coming out stuck? So yeah, I feel like you're kind of questioning, like, is this me? But I feel like your answer is, I don't care, I just want to feel good. So I do feel like there is this, I feel like there could be some things that you're doing that you wouldn't necessarily say are within your normal characteristics, but it feels like you don't really care. We have sacrifice. Yeah, you're sacrificing some things, and even if it doesn't feel like, is this me? You're like, I don't care, I just need to feel good. I need to kind of get out of this situation. As you can see, they are both like warrior women, right? She's like her own knight in shining armor, and they both have that sword. So it gives me very, you know, Queen of Swords and Knight of Swords vibes, which is, you know, can be very cutting with their words, can be very cold even. But again, I feel like you're like, I just really don't care. I just need to feel okay, even if I have to sacrifice some things. Tell me more about this situation. How's Virgo feeling right now? I'm just getting like, like there's a very like I saw with the sword, someone going like, like they were like cutting a giant carrot or something. I feel like you're trying to split something up. Six of Wands. Tell me more about this. I feel like there might be a lot of people rooting you on in some sort of way. A lot of people are like, yes, you know, we believe you, we understand. I feel like you're getting a lot of support at the moment, actually. It feels like everything is sort of confirming what you need to do. With the Two of Pentacles, it could be a work situation. I feel like maybe you're finally getting the recognition at work that you need to. But the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it can tell me that things are not balanced in the physical world. So in your 3D reality, whether it's money or housing or something, there's something imbalanced with the Nine of Wands in reverse. So we have the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands in reverse. So yeah, I feel like, hold on, tell me more about this Nine of Wands. Wait, no, okay. So yeah, I feel like you're taking on a lot at the moment, and that's why you kind of have to sacrifice a lot. I feel like, you know, you've gone through a certain situation where everyone sort of like believed in you and took you, like, you took on so much, okay? I do feel like a lot of people are admiring you and agreeing with what you're doing, but there's also this energy of like, okay, here, you know, we believe in you, you do it. And that caused some like imbalance in your physical world here. With the Nine of Wands, it's telling me that there is a cycle that you haven't completed inside yourself, and it has to do with how you're utilizing your Kundalini, how you're using your, you know, life force to manifest your reality around you. I feel like you're trying not to be over guarded, like, you know, the Nine of Wands, like, look how she's ready to fight, right? And we see up here, definitely your energy is ready to fight. But the way you're ready to fight is not necessarily defensive, right? She looks very afraid and kind of like paranoid and stuff. I don't feel like that's you. You're very much like, okay, I'm just going to do it. And you are getting support from some sort of group of people like, yes, this is the way, this is what you should be doing, you know, make those sacrifices. And you're like, is this me? I don't really care, like, because it's making me feel good. Let's see what the light energy of the situation is. I was like, but this Two of Pentacles in reverse doesn't feel very good. I feel like it's definitely making you feel imbalanced. With Golette, a fighting type in reverse, dynamic punch in reverse. So I feel like you're just trying not to fight things. Again, it's kind of like this card, the Six of Wands, can also give me sort of like a yes man, you know, like people, like an echo chamber, like everyone's just agreeing with you always, you know, and that's the kind of energy that I get, is like people who are just constantly agreeing with you, and people who aren't, you kind of cut them out. And I feel like this is a way to just not want to be fighting in your environment, because we saw in the past with that Five of Wands that came out in reverse, there was a lot of chaos, there was a lot of fighting, and it caused a lot of like emotional dissonance for you. So instead, you're like, I don't even want to be around people that I have to fight. You know what I mean? I'm just going to make the sacrifices, and bada boom, bada bing, that's the way it is. It says, these Pokemon are thought to have been created by science of an ancient and mysterious civilization. Interesting. So I feel like there could definitely be some starseed activation that is going on. But it feels like maybe they can't reach you, because Trainer is, you know, somebody else's energy. And with Float Stone in reverse, I always take this as sort of like, you know, ancient civilizations that could float stones or whatever, but it's coming out in reverse. So I feel like you're disconnecting yourself sort of from some sort of higher guidance here. Could be your starseed family. You know what I mean? Like they can't get a hold of you because you're cutting too many things out. Let's see, what's the shadow here? I feel like you're trying to approach this very scientifically. And remember how I said it's like da 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 da? Like I saw someone go like this. It feels very like structure oriented, of like, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 this. And like, you know, you're cutting out anyone who's sort of in your way and just surrounding yourself with an echo chamber at the moment. We have wishy-washy using sharpshooting. Yeah, so exactly. You know, in the shadow, it's like anything that is wishy-washy when it comes to your like emotions and stuff, you're just sharpshooting them from afar. You know, you're getting rid of them straight up. It's like, you know what, if things are like, then you're slashed, you're gone. You know, you just want people who are praising you and, you know, being yes men or yes women, yes people. It says, when it's in trouble, its eyes moisten and begin to shine. The shining light attracts its comrades, and they stand together against their enemies. So it's talking about its eyes beginning to shine. So I feel like, you know, it has to do with crying. I feel like you kind of only do that in the shadow. But it's talking about, you know, getting your comrade. So I feel like, again, it's this very much this yes man sort of comrade sort of thing in order to fight against an enemy. And it's possible that, you know, again, it's like, is this me? I don't care. I have to make these sacrifices. So there could be some sort of energy that you feel you have like an enemy, and you need people who just agree with you in order to complete whatever this task is. I'm getting like the only emotions that you want are ones that bring more loyal comrades to you. All right, let's see. What is the emotional root of this situation? The child I was meant to be in reverse. So yeah, I feel like you were never really able to be a child, Virgo. You know, your inner child had to perform at a very early age. And honestly, Virgo, so I meant to do your reading earlier today. And instead, like I already, you know, I usually tap into a sign's energy, you know, for hours before I actually do the reading. And I just sort of see what life is like. And I tapped into your energy and I was going to prepare for your reading. I did all my laundry. I cleaned the kitchen. I cleaned the garbage can in the kitchen. I cleaned my room. Like, I was just doing so many different things, like all these little projects that, you know, needed to be tinkered with. Like, I did those as well. I put a sign up and all this stuff. So yeah, you know, like, I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe I won't do Virgo's reading until tomorrow. I just love this energy because it's just do, like, again, you know, and I love it. And I totally appreciate that about you, Virgo. And, you know, it's one of the most beautiful things about you is that you can do things like that. But also, if you are forced to do that at a very young age to where you never really get to experience childhood and being, you know, just having innocent fun and playing and not having to worry about things, or, you know, having to get this done and tie your shoes and clean up and you know what I mean? And that seems to be the emotional root, is that you never really got to, you were just like performing, hiding your true self. Yeah, and your true self has yet to be seen here, because all you want to do is perform. And, you know, there's this energy of only wanting to be around comrades who are like, yes, yes, you're doing the right thing. Keep doing that, you know? And again, it feels like they're putting pressure on you to do more and things like that. And, you know, there's this sense of like only feeling good when you're getting praised for the performance that you're doing. And that is definitely some deep-seated, you know, inner child healing that needs to occur. And that's the thing, is like your inner child never got to grow and experiment and, you know, use its imagination to figure out who you truly are and what you truly want to do. You know, instead you were just told what to do and you performed and did it probably the best out of your peers, right? That's definitely a Virgo thing. But in the emotional root, yeah, we see that you're hiding who you truly are here. Let's see. Tell us more about this, please. What's in the emotional root? Three of Swords. Yeah, this is heartbreaking. Honestly, Virgo, I feel you. Your heart is breaking here. I'm also getting that you have some digestive issues. You could be having heartburn. And heartburn is when your stomach can't handle, you know, you can't stomach what has been done to you in an emotional way, right? If you can't stomach something, your stomach is going to become overly acidic, right? That's what anger does as well. It acidifies the cytosol of your cells. It acidifies your stomach even more, and your stomach can't handle it, right? Because you can't stomach it, and then you just start like burping up fire and you get heartburn. So it might be, you know, manifesting as something physical now that you're an adult. But yeah, there's a lot of heartbreak here because, you know, you were always told to hide who you truly were. You never got to be the child that you were meant to be. We have the Death card in reverse. So, you know, I'm getting through this heartbreak. It's not like you're suicidal or anything. So I'm very, very glad to hear that, Virgo. I heard too much to do. Ooh, Virgo, dang. But with the Death card in reverse, it feels like you think that this can't change. You think that this is what life is. And it goes back to what came out in the cleansing ceremony, that for some reason you're fated to suffer. Like, you know, right? Because death means rebirth. Death means change. You feel like, I'm heartbroken. This is what life is. And nothing's ever going to change about it. Well, that's simply... I mean, that's the root of the situation. I feel like ever since you were a child, all you've known is heartbreak. and to hide your true self, to hide your heartbreak, and instead perform in order to get some sort of praise. Let's see what's the light energy. And it's like, I can sacrifice anything. Is this me? I don't care. I just want to feel good. And what makes you feel good is when other people are praising you. We have Aduno using Drain Slap. Yeah, this is draining you. It's like literally beating you up and draining you at the same time. All of this heartbreak. With Aduno, I feel like there has to do a lot with hearing, a lot of things that you're communicating and you're listening to. It feels like it just drains you, all this heartbreak. It says, using the feelers on its ears, it can tell how someone is feeling or when an egg might hatch. So yeah, I feel like that's another thing is we saw that you're unable to sort of shield your energy. So you might be an unhealed empath, meaning that you can kind of pick up all people's energy against your will, right? Tapping into energy, just like I'm doing now, you know, purposefully is a gift. It's still a gift if, you know, period. But, you know, it's learning how to use your gifts. And it looks like you're tuning into energy, you know, no matter what. Like maybe you see someone and they're angry and then that anger transfers to you. You know, everyone's heartbreak just transfers to you and you work through it, you know, to get some sort of praise. But it's talking about, you know, knowing when someone is feeling. So I feel like, again, it's like, if you feel like someone is disappointed in you or whatever, you know, that's going to break your heart. So you have to hide who you truly are and just perform, perform, perform. It's also talking about when an egg might hatch. So I feel like it's possible that someone might be having a baby or something of that nature. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Going right to the Three of Swords, we have Panpor using water gun. Yeah, so, you know, this is a water type using water gun, and water gun, I always, you know, sharpshooting is very similar to water gun. I'm getting that, you know, weapons are used, or sorry, emotions are used as weapons, and that's the emotional root of the situation, is that you think that emotions are just weapons, you know, because likely that's the way that they've been used to you. It's like, oh, okay, you know, these emotions are used to put me into chaos, and then I have to like, no, I don't want to feel that at all. You know what I mean? You're just trying to feel good by getting some sort of praise. You know, and yeah, at the root of the situation is that that's how emotions have been used in your life since you were a child. Is, you know, you had to hide your own emotions because, you know, don't cry, you're making mom upset or whatever, right? Like somehow you're responsible for their emotions or something like that. Yeah, very draining, Virgo. I'm sorry to see this. It says it does not thrive in dry environments. It keeps itself damp by shooting water stored in its head tuft from its tail. Yeah, so I feel like, you know, like you don't thrive in dry environments, right? You can't survive without water, you know, especially when you are a growing child, right? And I feel like that's what you had to do as a child, like since you were a seed, is like, no, you're not allowed to feel your emotions. Emotions are weapon. You know, you have to hide how you truly feel and instead just do what you're supposed to do. And that has really carried over into adulthood where, you know, yeah, you know, you're trying to thrive in a dry environment, but the truth is that you don't, right? As an earth sign, right, you need to have water in order to have the water and earth together so that things can grow. If you push the water away, you just turn into super dry dirt, right? And if anyone hates dirt, it's a Virgo, right? So, all right, we did have that moon come out, so let's do a moonology card to bring us into the extended. Like I said, Virgo, in the extended, we will see, you know, how we can heal the emotional root of the situation, and then some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. I do put a trailer up there that you can watch. It's like the first, usually 1 to 3 minutes, to see if you resonate and if you want to get the extended. So feel free to check that out. Let's see what moon would like to take us. It's time to take action. Yeah, you got to do something about this, especially because it looks like it's giving you heartburn, right? It's this emotional blockage is manifesting in your body, and that's not a good thing, right? So it really is time to take action about this situation. I feel like there's another there's another deck that wants to come out. I feel like it's this. Tell me what wants to bring this into the extended. Something wants to come out here. I saw the whale and breach. Like I felt like a breach of boundaries in some sort of way. And we have lake stillness. Yeah. So the thing is, you need to accept the water, right? We need some water here. And just because you have, you know, to bring water to you does not mean that it needs to break your boundaries, does not mean that it has to, you know, cause chaotic energy in your emotional body or your nervous system. You can have water and be calm. You can have emotion and be calm. Okay? You can have peace and calm and still have this water. So it looks like that is really what needs to be focused on, is how do you integrate new emotional beginnings and emotion into your life while still maintaining your peace. Okay? Because Spirit is saying it's really time to take action on this. All right? So, like I said, if you'd like to follow me into the extended, the link is in the description box below. I also am open for private readings if that tickles your fancy, Virgo. All the info is in the description box. But if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah!